Dragons, so I'm here today to do kind of an interesting vlog. So I am always in the middle of reading two things at once. So I'm about to hit my 200th book of the year. So I decided I wanted to take a moment when I was in the middle of like not reading and not listening to anything that I can kind of make a decision. So the first thing you're going to see is me spinning a wheel of all the books on my TBR cart that I think have the right, I guess, or like can be my 200th book of the year that I think I'm gonna love, because I always want to love my milestone books. We're gonna see the rule, and then we're gonna talk about the audiobook, which I'm just gonna pick at random because I actually know I'm gonna like this one, and I feel like it will be nice to kind of read something that I want. And then this vlog, I'm gonna do my best to kind of update you guys like every like 50 pages and kind of give you guys updates. But let's do the roll. So let's chat about it. And the book, the physical book I'm going to be reading anyway, is The Otherwhere Post by Emily J. Taylor. And I actually have no idea what this book's about. Like, I have no idea. I'll just read you guys the back. This is an arc. It doesn't come out till March. 7 years ago, Maeve Aberley lost everything. Today, she received an enchanted letter with 4 impossible words. Your father was innocent. To uncover the truth, she must pose as an apprentice for the Otherwhere Post and master of dangerous magic of the scriptomancy. But the truth has a price, and that price may just be her life. So, this is going to be my physical book. I've tried to read books by Emily J. Taylor, and it's not like I didn't like it. It's just like I got a little bit distracted. This was a book that got dropped at Comic-Con and also got dropped at Y'all Fest, so it's been very, very popular. And yeah, so I am going to go start this, and then we're gonna talk about my audiobook that I'm gonna focus on later, probably like tomorrow. And then the audiobook I'm gonna read is Broken Harbor by Catherine Cowles. I will attach a photo of that here. This is the third book in the Spiral Fall series. I was wearing my sweatshirt earlier and then I got a little bit of stains on it. But I'm going to listen to the audiobook while I'm getting ready for like work tomorrow. It's a work week, so I have to like do all the things, and it's like a Sunday and stuff like that. So I'm probably going to like gather myself, put my vlog up that I just filmed, do all that stuff, and then I'm going to kind of get ready for work tomorrow, like get all my stuff ready, and then I'll probably start listening to that. So when I get to 25% of that, I will give you an update. So you're probably gonna see all my clips for Broken Harbor first, because I normally finish my audiobooks first, just like time-wise, and then you will see my clips for the Otherwhere Post. And yeah, I'm gonna try to update you guys like every 50 pages if I can. But if I don't, it's probably going to be every 100. It depends on how quick I read. But I will talk to you guys for an update soon. Bye. Hi, Fair Dragons. I'm back. So this is going to be the second book in this vlog. But I'll be honest, I'm reading them at the same exact time. So I'm probably going to look like the same in all of these clips, just because I'm literally filming the clips like back to back. So I would have to look at my audiobook, like what percentage I'm at. I think I'm like 7 and 8 chapters into Broken Harbor by Catherine Cowles. I will have attached a photo at some point. This follows Sutton, and I don't remember his name. I cannot remember his name. I think it's Coop. Is it Coop? I would have to look up his name. But he is so this whole family, the first book you had Fragile Sanctuary, then you had Delicate Escape, and then you have this Broken Harbor. And this family is all like an adopted family. You have a couple of kids, but basically the husband and the wife, they adopted all of these kids throughout their lives. And many, many years ago, one of their biological children and the father was killed in a car accident, and all of these kids are still dealing with trauma. And I love that. I love books about found family. They still have their grandma, they still have their mom, and they have all their siblings that are kind of in everyone's business. Small town romantic suspense. So you kind of go flashing back in time for Sutton, who has a little boy, and her husband used to play some type of sport. I know it's not hockey, because that's not what the book is for. I think it's football or something else. But yeah, and I am about 36% into Broken Harbor by Catherine Cowles. This book is really, really good. I'm really liking this book. I love Sutton. I love Coop. I think that's his name. And I'm having a really great time with it. I am such a sucker for I'm such a sucker for single mom romances, also where there's a bit of a history there, and I really am enjoying this story. There was a moment like 36% into this book that made my heart drop, so she is definitely bringing the suspense and the heartfelt moments in unexpected ways, and the series is just very, very special. Like, I just like this series a lot because it does talk about found family, and this story is very, very much infused with that, which I love in all my fantasy books. So I just love that. But, you know, 36% in, conflict is already arising between the couple. They're not even really a couple, but conflict is already arising. But I'm really having a fun time with the story. I want to read it so much that I may just, like, read it physically for a little bit. Because, I don't know. But, you know, this is the update for that. But I'm about 36% in. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go read something. And then you will see me tomorrow when I get home from work. I don't have to work out tomorrow either, so I'll have a longer time to update you. But yeah, I will talk to you guys soon for another update. Bye! Hi friends, I'm back. I am back to do an update on Broken Harbor by Catherine Cowles. I finished that book yesterday at work and I gave it 5 stars. I really like that book. I think that book is going to be a new favorite of mine. I really like the characters. I also really like the romance. I also thought that the book was equally shocking. The twist at the end was very, very surprising. Again, these are romantic suspense books. Definitely steamy, definitely hot, but also like very, very heartwarming and like emotional. So yeah, I finished that. So this is going to be the first book I talk about in this vlog. I was unsure of the order. But I'm going to do something I don't normally do. I started reading the second House of Earth and Blood, so the House of Sky and Breath, in March, and that was a crazy month in my life. Things did not go according to plan that month at all. About 2 hours left of the audiobook, and I am honest, I do want to go back in 2025 and read the entire ACOTAR series, just because I've never really read it. People love that series, and I don't. I mean, I read book 1 and it was okay, and I just like never continued. But I do want to give her another shot. But I have 2 hours left of this book, and I hate leaving books kind of like unfinished. And I have a couple of other ones that like I started and just never finished, so I would like to kind of tackle those as well. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go Christmas craft for a little bit. The next book you're going to see is definitely going to be my 200th book of the year, because I'm just going to make it be so. But I want to craft a little bit. So, but that book's 5 stars. I'm going to talk about like every hour, just kind of give you guys an update for the rest of House of Sky and Breath, because I have 2 hours left. It's been so long, but I do want to dive back of it and see how confused I am, because I read like 500 pages of this book. I think I should be able to seamlessly float back into the story, but we will see. So I will be back with an update on that. Hi Book Dragon, sorry for the delay. I really should have been done with Broken Harbor by now, but I'm not. I have an hour left. This book is adorable. Like, I am so fond of Catherine Cowles' writing style, and this book has a lot of elements to it that are different. The addiction to drugs that Sutton's Mac's husband is dealing with is very, very scary to watch and like read. This book, I always say, Catherine Cowles' stories get darker and darker as the stories go on. So like this one is pretty dark. And they both have different situations. It's very, very steamy, very, very hot, I will say that. But I just love Coop and the little boy in the story, like the single mom trope. She also works at a bakery, and all of the brothers and sisters and kind of foster siblings in this family just make her feel so loved and wanted, and I love that. So I have about an hour left. Today was a day I could have got a listening to, but I had a lot of meetings that I had to go to, so it did not turn into like a full work day, like listening wise. I had one period off where I was doing that and I didn't really listen to anything, but tomorrow is like a better day. I also fully casted my show, got everything all figured out with that, so I can finally like start rehearsals the week before Christmas break, so we can like give out scripts and stuff. So that is the plan. But because of like all that drama that happened for the last 2 days, I didn't really get to like listen to a lot of stuff because I was busy. Also, my bulletin board was due this week. I started to do like a random project with my students, which I wasn't planning on doing. So yeah, bit of a busy week, but I really am liking that book. I have like an hour left. I'll definitely finish it tomorrow, and I'll come home and I'll give you guys an update. So yeah, I will talk to you guys when I have another update tomorrow. Bye. Hey my dragons, I'm back. It is Monday. Monday is my day that I get the least amount of audiobook listening in. And I also had a doctor's appointment, so I had to eat before I went to my doctor's appointment. But I did wind up reading about 46 pages in The Otherwhere Post by Emily J. Taylor. I'm having a really fun time with it. This is a book that I feel like I'm really going to enjoy it. I've literally read 50 pages, so I'm not that sure. But basically you follow a main character named Maeve, and their world reminds me a lot of the world in The Darkest Shade of Magic, but also what I believe this book is about. So basically there are three lands, three worlds, I guess you can say. And one day, 7 years ago, these doors that were supposed to let people in and out of them burned. Which basically means they can't get through these doors anymore. At all, they can't. The people, and if you were stuck in one of those worlds, you were trapped there. They can send so few letters because of the technology and the magic. And Maeve's father was accused of being implicated in this crime. So Maeve has kind of spent the last 7 years, her aunt died, everyone she knows and loves has passed away due to this, and she's very, very alone. So she decides that she is going to kind of save up her money, work at an apprentice shop, or work at a ink shop, and go away. She finally has enough money to go away and go on an adventure when she gets a letter from someone. And the letter basically tells her, it's in the first chapter, so I'm not really spoiling anything. The letter basically tells her, I'm a childhood friend of your father's. He visited Malin the final days before the incident, and you need to know that your father was innocent and you deserve to hear the truth. And she says, old friend. Now, she got this letter 7 years later, or 8 years later. So it gave her a location to meet in her land to tell her what happened, but due to everything happening, she wasn't able to make it that time. So she kind of stops one of the workers for this, that can transfer worlds, and says, hey, how do I contact somebody? How do I find the person of an anonymous letter? He said the only way you can do that is if you do these two things, and one thing is you basically enroll in the academy, and that is her mission. And she does it through sneaky means, I will say that. So that was the part I'm up to, and now she's going to visit basically the academy for this. But I'm having a really, really fun time with it. I am literally 46 pages in. So my goal for tomorrow would be to get up to page 100, because I normally update you guys at page 100, but this vlog is going to be so short because I only have 2 books I'm chatting about. But so far I'm having a fun time. I think what I might do is I might just read another Emily J. Taylor book because I have it on my TBR. So yeah, that might be the plan physically for this vlog if I finish both books. But that is the plan for that. So read 46 pages and I'm going to go read a bit more. So hopefully I get to read a bit more tonight. I don't know if I'm going to get to the 100 page mark, but I'm going to try. So I'll talk to you guys soon for another update. Bye. Hi Book Giants! I am back. I just want to do a quick update. I am definitely reading both of these books and I'm having a fun time with them, but we're going to focus on my physical book first. So I did wind up getting up to page 96 in The Otherwhere Post. I probably would have got more done last night, reading wise, when I was home, but I had to go to a meeting for my Patreon. One of my podcast has a meeting every month, and I always go to those. It's seeing old friends, and the podcast hosts are really, really cool. So I went to that, and then I did a little bit of Black Friday shopping. I watched a couple of videos about the Kindle Paperweight, which I think I might invest in for 2025. I'm going to talk about that a little bit more in my reading goals, because I want to read in them in the evening a little bit more, but I can't do it with my iPad because the light just keeps me up longer. So I want to fall asleep with my paperweight, but I don't have one. So, but I also did a little bit of Black Friday shopping. I did some Audible shopping.
What should I do with her?
I went to that. Just
Laura?
sorry, my dad was asking me what to do with Puppy because she wants to go outside, other outside, where she can get herself into mischief. So I didn't get a ton of reading done last night. I only got up to maybe page 55. I didn't read a lot, but I now coming home and such, I didn't wind up getting up to 96, which is page 100, and I have to admit, I'm immediately intrigued by this book. She is in a setting she's not familiar with, and as the reader, you know less about the magic system than our character is. So you're kind of finding it out through the information she is giving you. But it really does give me like the world and like, or the Ishvabs, where there's 3 different worlds. And then the scribbling has powers, and like how you write can kind of give you messages. But she is on the hunt for the writer of a letter that she had that basically informed on her dad, and said her dad was the person that kind of made the elements happen, that kind of made this catastrophe happen, where like the worlds and the portals closed. So she got to go to this university. She's kind of through her first day, and someone knows she's not who she belongs to. She's also had a interesting encounter with the head professor, or the headmaster's son, and I think that they're going to work together a little bit. So my goal is to read about 50 pages of this tonight. I want to watch a little bit of General Hospital, and also like do some like reading. So yeah, but I'm having a fun time with this book. Like, I'm really happy that I picked it up. I also realized that a lot of the books I got from Comic-Con come out in December or January, so I need to get a reading on those. So, but I am having a fun time with this book, so I'm gonna keep reading. And yeah, I will talk to you guys when I have another update, probably tomorrow when I get home from work. Hey Book Dragons, I am back. I did not update yesterday. Had a really like long day at work. It wasn't like anything like super bad. It was just a little bit complicated, and when I got home I didn't really want to update, and I got my hair done, so I got home later. I had to walk home from work too, which sort of sucked. And I have to walk home from work tonight too. So I was like a little bit tired, but I didn't get a ton of reading done due to that. I had a really bad headache last night. I didn't read a lot. But I did wind up reading to 146 in the Otherwhere Post. I am liking this book. Like, definitely reading it slower, but it's very digestible. It's very readable. I really like the world, and our main character is very interesting. So right now she's at the school, and she's trying to uncover all of these mysteries kind of surrounding her father's incident that led to the destroying of those worlds, as I mentioned before. But she's also starting to get some letters about people that are kind of haunting her, or like stalking her, I guess, like telling her like watch your back, because no one really knows who she is. She is this person, like the criminal's daughter, but no one knows that because she hides her name. And in this society, when you scribble, you have to write your name to travel, and if she does that, then people are going to find out who she is. So she's very hesitant about that, but she really does want to find out who wrote this letter, and that is her mission. But now she has another mission of someone that kind of knows who she is. So I am up to page 146. My goal is to get up to 200 soon, but I am liking this. I think this is probably going to be my 200th book of the year, and the other one I'm in the reading is probably going to be like my 99 books. I'll probably put them in the actual order when I read them, but I started them at the same exact time. So, alright, I will see you guys soon when I have read another 50 pages. Bye. And then we have another update. I did wind up getting up to page 256 in the Otherwhere Post. I will say I am enjoying this book. I think it's interesting. I think it has a lot of cool elements. The storyline is a bit choppy with our main character, because she is sort of on the run, and she's kind of like a little bit like cagey. So sometimes her storytelling is a little bit jumpy. Like, the main character will go somewhere and you'll jump like a couple of weeks, and I feel like you're a little bit disconnected. But I do really like it. Like, I think I'm having a fun time with it. I'm happy that I picked it up. So I really do like the main character. I do like our main love interest. I like the world. I think it's really interesting. So yeah, I'm going to come back when I have read up to page 350, I think. Yeah, that is the goal, to get up to like 350. Because then that will be like the last little bit. So yeah, the next time you see me, I will have got up to 350. But I also want to craft a little bit. So yeah, the next time you see me, I will have got up to 350. That will be 100 more pages, and we will chat. So far, it's like a 4-star read, but really like a solid one. So I will be back soon. Hey Book Dragons, I am back. It is a lot later. I think it's almost like 8 o'clock, but I did wind up making a bit more progress in the Otherwhere Post by Emily J. Taylor. I'm a little bit conflicted about this book, to be a bit honest. I don't think this book has enough world building to capture the audience. I also think this book is weirdly paced. Like, I think everything is like, the concept is cool, like all of these different world buildings, but the pacing of the story is so it feels like it's very, very fragmented, and you feel like the only person you really know anything about is our main character, and our main character feels a little bit disconnected from everyone, which is honestly the point of the book, but it feels a little bit disconnected, so for that the story like jumps, and I think that's kind of just the way that Emily writes, but I like it. I don't love it, but I do like it. So I feel like the story just feels a little bit fragmented. I think that the concept, like, the world is just not explained enough. I feel like there's a lot of stuff in this world that just has not clicked. Like, all of the scribbling or all of the writing that kind of helps you travel is a little bit confusing. And our character is so isolated, so to suddenly be like 348 pages into this book and feel like all of these characters like her, I just don't feel that connected. It doesn't feel like there's a friendship group. It doesn't feel like they're saving the day. So that is where we are. This is not going to be a 5-star read. This might be a low, like a high 3 there, or like I'll probably round up to 4 on Goodreads. The pacing is weird. I will say that I feel a little bit disconnected from the story because of the pacing. But I am going to go read the last like 50 pages of this and then give you guys a solid update, and then we'll just like cut it. I also did say in a previous clip, like when I was talking about audios, that I am listening to House of Sky and Breath, but I'm just gonna put that in a different vlog because I really want to finish this. I hate reading a book for longer than a week because I feel like my interest in the story wanes a little bit, and that definitely happened this week just because I had a lot going on. So I'm gonna go finish the rest of this, and then I will give you guys my final update, and we will identify what is the rating of my 200th book of the year. It's probably not going to be a 5-star read, which is a bit of a bummer, but that is still okay. I mean, Broken Harbor was a 5-star. I had such a fun time with it. So out of the 2 books I was reading, Broken Harbor was the 5-star. This is more of like a 3.5, 3.75, a 4-star read. But I'm going to go read the end and see if anything changes. But yeah, I also realize that I sometimes struggle with standalones just because I feel like the story is not paced well enough, and that's definitely the issue that I'm having with this. So I will be back when I am done giving you all the thoughts. Hi Book Dragons, I'm back. I just want to say that I did wind up finishing The Otherwhere Post by Emily J. Taylor, and I'm going to give this book 4 stars. I think that I liked it. I think it did have some pacing issues and it was less clear, and I think as the story went on it got less clear. I think to me the story was very, very choppy at points, so it was like the writing style felt a little bit jumbled, but I did enjoy it. I think it's a fun read. I definitely want to read more by this author. I want to go back and read Hotel Magnifique. It was not a 5-star read, but it was a 4-star read. So yeah, I gave this book 4 stars, and this was my 200th book of the year. So now we are going to move on. We're going to do another vlog. Let me know in the comments what number book are you on this year. Did you do something special for your 200th book or like your milestone books? Because I really do try to. Sometimes it gets away from me, but I do really try to make those monumental books very, very important. And let me know in the comments what is the book that you're currently reading. I would love to know, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.